They say hard times create strong men, but have you ever heard that hard times create great entrepreneurs? My name is Marcus Johnson. I'm the owner and founder of Flow Forward Media, a digital marketing agency located here in Dallas, Texas. But we serve companies nationwide, from Jacksonville, Florida to Newport Beach, California. We specialize in 4 different service categories: design, so think branding, logos, web design; content, like you're watching here, content creation and content management; ad campaigns. It's pretty self-explanatory, but we do ad campaigns on Google and Meta ads for our clients. And then the last one is marketing consulting, where companies will hire us as fractional CMOs, and also they will hire us to build marketing strategies and standard operating procedures for their marketing teams that they have in place already. Well, anyways, if you want to work with Flow Forward Media, the link is in the description below. But let's get back to it. So when I say hard times create strong men, you've all heard of that saying that hard times create strong men create easy times create weak men. But I'm sure you've never heard that hard times create good entrepreneurs. I never heard that until I just made it up, right? But when you think about it, hard times create good entrepreneurs, because you cannot learn anything from a textbook. You cannot learn the real, tangible assets that an entrepreneur needs, the grit from a YouTube video like you're watching here. All I'm doing is preparing you for these hard times, because I can't teach you grit. I can't teach you the motivation and the inspiration to get after it, and persistence and resilience. But what I will say is that the only thing that really teaches an entrepreneur how to grow their business is the school of hard knocks. Getting screwed over, having clients not willing to pay you, having a massive contract go, sideways, and then all of a sudden the contract is non-existent, losing a business partner, losing a bunch of money to getting your bank account hacked or getting a software hacked. Those are all very difficult times. And the simplest difficult time is just not managing your money properly, or you might be low on cash flow, or you might not even have your first client yet. And in your mind, you might be thinking, dang, this sucks. Am I cut out for it? Am I made to be an entrepreneur? And I want to tell you today that those hard times actually make you a deadly weapon in the entrepreneurial space. Because if you can get through and figure out a way to be resilient and get through those difficult times, whether you lost $2,000 or $200,000, you could figure out a way to manage your cash flow and figure out a way to just get through the first couple years of business. I'm telling you, the mental fortitude that you will build in business is unmatched, and everything starts to become a little easier. You start looking at these big problems and you're like, that's not that big of a deal. Because Alex Hormozi, if you haven't looked him up, Alex Hormozi talks about the frame of the veteran. So when a hard time happens, the young person, the freshman in business is going to be like, oh God, this is the worst thing ever. But if you look at it from the frame of a veteran's lens, a veteran is someone who's been in the game for a long time. They would probably see that problem and go, it's not that big of a deal. So even if you're a young entrepreneur, ask yourself, if I went through this hard time, this exact hard time, 10, 20, 100 times, would I be freaking out? And then once you ask yourself that, 95% of the chance, 95% of the time, you'll be like, no, I wouldn't freak out if I went through this 95 times or 100 times. And so why freak out now? And just going through the school of hard knocks is the best thing you could do. And I tell all my friends, all my business partners, that every time I get screwed over in business, any time that something bad happens to me in business, I almost get excited, because that is when I'm on the cusp of something great. I've lost big deals, and then a month later, I get a deal twice the size, almost every single time. And in my opinion, I'm a man of faith, and I look at that as like God's just directing me not to go in that direction, and He's always got something better in store for me. And so if you're a believer and you love God and you're a person of faith, I think that's a perfect time to really rely on God. And so anytime there's a hard time, just be excited. Know that if you worked hard and you did everything right, and there's still something difficult, there's still some friction, that's a really, really good sign. But I will say this: if you leave no stone unturned, you shouldn't be discouraged. But if you have some stones that have been left turned, I guess, or if you haven't crossed off everything, if you haven't maximized your full potential and hard times happen, like I'm telling you right now, don't expect something good to happen. But if you truly believe that you've done it all, I'm telling you, those hard times are actually meant to benefit you and redirect you onto the path that you're supposed to be on for your successful desires, your outcomes, your dreams, and your vision and your ambition. So, if you're a young entrepreneur or an old entrepreneur, just recognize that hard times make great entrepreneurs. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. If you want to work with my company, Flow Forward Media, the link is in the description below. Cheers, everybody.